So, a surfing marketplace one day, I come across a 90s, 98 Chevy parts truck, had it for $800 on a Calgary buy and sell. I'm like, sweet. I was in Calgary with an empty trailer. Like, wow. I message a lady. I'm like, hey, can I come get this thing? And she says, yeah, sure. So she, literally the pictures were taken from like an apartment balcony down into a parking lot. Whatever. So, burgundy, 98 Chevy. And I, $800. Like, yeah, that's a good deal. So she gives me the address and we roll up on these low rental single mom apartments. And this woman, I call her up and she comes out and she was wearing a tank top that left not too much of the imagination. And she beat anorexia, I'll tell you that. And she comes out with about 17 kids in tow. And I make a deal with her, and then their boy make a deal with her, and she comes outside. Then her boyfriend steps out from her shadow, and this guy, I could paint the picture, He was dressed the part, and they were madly in love, but he stepped out. I didn't even know he was there. Like, Jesus Christ, buddy. He used her to block the sun. And so I Jew them down to $600 and go on my merry way with this truck. And I said, I'll take it for a drive. And they said, oh, it's got a misfire. And said, yeah, ever since I did the plugs and wires, the truck has not run right. I'm like, oh, yeah, you probably crossed the wire. So jump in the truck, and all of a sudden this woman tosses a kid in there. Like, this kid, little boy, 5, 6 years old. He's like, oh, he wants to go for a test drive with you. I'm like, okay, people, I guess if you got that many freaking kids, you can spare a few, Yeah, people all the time let their 5 or 6 year old kid go on a test drive with a random stranger they met 2 minutes ago. Gotcha. So I go do a loop around the block with this truck, and not a word. The kid was quiet, sitting there, And he stops and he looks at me and he says, my uncle says that my mom's a whore. I'll give him a nod. Good to know. So I continue this test drive and go and loop around the block. By the time I get back, my dad had had the ramps down on the trailer. I drove the truck right onto the trailer, handed him the cash, $600, and I brought it. I was idling. I was like, I brought it up to 1,500 RPM to see, because it had a little bit of vibration. Boom! Oil everywhere. Connecting rods, oil, tight tank top. Ugh, just a bad day. Horrible sights everywhere. And so they look at me, and their mouths opened a little farther than usual. And they said, do you want your money back? And I said, I already made a deal with you. As is, where is. I jewed you down on the price. If I paid full price, yeah. But, sometimes they turn out, sometimes they don't. That was not a good experience, not a good day.